Hey guys and girls, Jake here from What's Up Mate podcast. I just thought I'd do another one on some small updates from the SA Power Networks amendments for the 2025 service and installation rules. This one's probably more aimed at you guys and girls out there doing repairs to failed consumers mains. So to align with AS/NZS 3000, requirements for the term meter isolator has actually been removed from the SIRs under this repair clause. We only need so in the past, if we were repairing a consumer's mains by replacing, and then we were then required to, if it was an old 6mm supply, minimum size for consumer's mains now is 16mm. So because we're doing a repair and not an upgrade, SA Power Networks used to make us install a 32 amp or a 40 amp, depending on the length, meter isolator before the meter. They've actually become a little bit more lenient on that. Sometimes it wasn't always possible to get a meter isolator in, especially for some older enclosures. So they've just asked us to install what they're calling, in their clause 791 in the service and installation rules, repairs to consumers' mains relating to size and capacity less than 100 amps is the clause. Here's word for word what they've said. Where existing consumers' mains are repaired by replacement with larger conductors to meet modern standards, the work will be considered as a repair and not an upgrade. However, for safety reasons, a load limiting device shall be installed in the customer's installation to the existing service capacity. The load limiting device can be installed either before or after the revenue meter, as shown in figures 13 and labelled on as SAPN load limiting device. So again, just another label that we have to remember to put on when we're doing these repairs. Where increase in unauthorised service capacity is required, the upgrade of consumers' mains and or load control device shall be through the alteration process. So you can't just jump at it and say, it was overloaded, so we're going to put in a larger mains and solve the customer's problem. No, SA Power Network still wants you to go through the alteration process, not the repair process for that. So when you're changing the size of the consumer's mains, they're also asking us to bring the earthing up to the current standard too, which is fair enough. I think we should have been doing that anyway, in my opinion. But they've basically got, in the SIRs now, they've got load limiting device, so you can install one before the revenue meter, so then that would then still technically be classified as a meter isolator because it's isolating the meter, or you are actually allowed to install one like on the DIN track, or just like a 40 amp and then feed all your final sub circuits. So I think that's pretty good. So yeah, that's just a really quick and easy one. Like it might actually save you a bit of time and hassle for those emergency breakdowns. Like you might not be carrying meter isolators in your car. So as long as you're carrying a couple of 40 amp single phase and 3-phase breakers for these older installs, you should be good to go. So I just thought that was an interesting little change for them. Like I think it's probably going to be welcomed in our industry anyway. Just making those after hours or those emergency repairs a little bit more smoother for everybody. So I just thought I'd give you guys and girls the heads up that, hey, that is something that SA Power Networks have become a little bit more flexible on. Obviously, if it was a upgrade, they'd expect a meter isolator, but in this case, they're letting us get away with a current, like a load limiting main switch. So yeah, just keep that in the memory banks, and hopefully it saves you some time and effort in the future. Cheers.